the great Gildersleeve. It's The Great Gildersleeve, starring Harold Perry.
No, thank you, Leroy.
Leroy? Come again? Bertie asked you if you wanted something more to eat.
Yeah, I know, but I don't feel very hungry tonight.
You feel all right, Miss Gildersleeve? Miss Gildersleeve?
What? Oh, yes, Bertie. And it was very good, too.
Yes, sir. You're not on the ball. Maybe you're working too hard.
Oh, no, I'm not.
Because if you're working too hard, nothing would rest you so much as a nice weekend at Doyle Dell's Dude Ranch.
It would not.
It's called the Laughing Coyote.
It should be.
And we could ride horseback and hike.
Leroy, I do not like dude ranches, and I always will.
But
Under no conditions are we going to a dude ranch. I don't want to hear the word horses mentioned again. I do not like horses.
Yes, sir. I just thought it'd be real swell.
Oh, that poor little boy.
Oh, it's all right, Bertie. I'll try to bear up. I think maybe another piece of pie would help me forget. That okay, Unc?
Yeah, of course, my boy. All you want.
Ooh, he really is in a bad way.
You better bring in some more coffee, too.
Oh, listen, Unc, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to nag.
Nag? I told you not to mention horses.
But, Unc.
Bertie, could I have some coffee, please?
I'm just bringing some, Miss Gildersleeve.
Yeah, oh, that's fine. Bertie, by the way, by any chance did Leela Ransom mention anything to you about going away?
Why, no, sir. I haven't seen Miss Ransom.
Yeah, neither have I. I've called her and she doesn't answer. It's not like Leela to leave town without telling me. I can't imagine where she is.
Well, I wouldn't know, sir, but she must be somewhere.
Yeah, well, I just wondered. I'll take the coffee, Bertie.
Well, thank you.
Leroy, how'd you like another piece of apple pie?
Oh, for corn's sake. Unc, this is just a wild guess, but is something on your mind?
Certainly not.
Okay, why don't I turn on the radio?
Yeah, of course, Leela.
Leela? Oh, brother.
Get some nice, soothing music.
I'll get along without you now, that's plain to see.
That sure won't soothe
I
him.
don't care.
He doesn't even hear.
Well, that's Doyle Dell advertising his new dude ranch. I guess the music really is soothing us.
It makes no...
Leroy, turn off that racket.
Gee, you might hurt his feelings.
Don't try these sneaky tricks on me, Leroy. We're not going in any dude ranch, and that's
Evening,
fine.
neighbors.
He's no neighbor of mine.
This here is Doyle Dell welcoming you to the Laughing Coyote Ranch. Yes, sir, and I see a lot of happy faces smiling at me from the tables around the old campfire tonight.
Sure.
Now, why don't all of you come out here, join in the fun, have the best time that you ever had? How can you stay away?
I'll force myself.
Anyway, you can ride and relax, and the fiddles are the best that you ever had. Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
I don't know. I've had some pretty good ones.
And then in the evening, when the smell of the sage fills the air and that big yellow moon shines down, well, sir, we just kind of sit around the big bonfire, just like we're doing right here, and we sing songs and have a real nice time. And say, mister, why don't you and your wife mosey on out here and get in on the fun?
Well, I haven't got a wife.
Well, mosey on out anyhow.
Huh?
And you single fellas there will find some of the prettiest gals that you ever did see. Just like the prettiest gal I ever did see sitting right here next to me. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to dedicate this next number from my New Era album just out on the market there at all the record stores. And now I'm going to dedicate this number just for her. Yes, ma'am, this song is just for you.
Why, you big, handsome man.
Leela!
Well, they sound like Miss Ransom.
It must be Mrs. Ransom. Nobody else could sound like that. So that's where she is.
Well, what's she doing out at that dude ranch?
He's making cow eyes at that cowboy, that's what. I'll fix him. That does it. Leroy, don't just stand there. Why aren't you packing?
Yeah, how about that? What, packing?
Don't waste any more time talking.
Are we going somewhere?
Now, there's a half-wit question.
Okay, give me a half-wit answer.
Yeah, of course we're going somewhere. We're going to that dude ranch.
You're kidding. What happened a minute ago?
Never
you said-
mind what I said. Now, come on, get ready.
Isn't that nice, Leroy? I can't believe my little pointed ears. Dude Ranch, hold on to your saddles, folks. Here we come.
Now, understand, I still feel just the same way about ranches and horses. We're going just because...
Because Leroy needs the out.
Yeah, that's it. Thank you, Bertie.
Oh, don't mention it. I was glad to do it.
Hello, Peavy.
Hello, Mr. Gildersleeve. What can I do for you this evening?
Just some pharmaceutical knickknacks.
Such as?
Well, now let me see. Got any insect repellents?
How repellent do you want to be to an insect?
Well, something that would discourage mosquitoes.
But we don't have mosquitoes around here this time of year.
No, we don't, do we?
Of course, I still claim nothing can beat citronella.
Yep. Well, give me a bottle and some suntan lotion.
Oh, I'm afraid you'll find it pretty cold to go swimming.
Yeah, hadn't thought about that. And some liniment, too, please.
We have several kinds of liniment. What do you want the liniment for, Mr. Gildersleeve? We have an excellent item to use after you've been chopping wood.
Well, I want the kind for stiff muscles, Pete.
As in playing golf?
No.
Bowling?
No.
Mowing the lawn?
No, Leroy does that. Sometimes.
Don't get the idea I'm curious.
Yeah, all right, Peavy, all right. If you must know, Leroy and I are leaving first thing in the morning for the Laughing Coyote Dude Ranch.
You don't mean to tell me.
No, but you wormed it out of me.
But I thought you and horses didn't see eye to eye on things.
We don't.
Well, then, may I ask why you're going?
You may ask.
Well, tell me.
No, I'm going because I feel that I owe it to Leroy. He should see something of Western life and meet some nice horses.
Well, now, I think that's most commendable. Particularly as that's where Mrs. Ransom went.
Peavy, how do you find out these things?
It's a cold day when anybody can pull the wool over my eyes. I remember when Mrs. Peavy and I went to a dude ranch one time.
You and Mrs. Peavy?
You'd be surprised some of the places I've been.
Yeah, I just bet I would. But to get back to Mrs. Ransom.
Mrs. Peavy and I had a very nice time. The main trouble was the place was pretty small. There was too much dude and not enough ranch.
Peavy, why should Mrs. Ransom go out there?
Well, women always seem to have a weakness for cowboys. Mrs. Peavy was the same way about Dustin Farnham. Here's your order, Mr. Gildersleeve, and I added one of our extra-thick foam cushions.
Yeah, you're a true friend, Peavy.
A friend in need is a friend who rides horseback. Give my regards to the deer and antelope.
Peavy.
I hope we're not too late for lunch.
No, at a dude ranch, it's noonday dinner, Leroy. And then at night they have supper.
Well, who cares, just so it's food. Hey, who's that guy?
Yeah, one of the cowhands for our luggage. He walks in parentheses. Yes. Come on. Let's go in and register.
Hey, wait a second now. The dining room's still open, see? Hey, Mr. Odell's in there eating.
Yeah, I just lost my appetite.
Well, how's this for an appetizer? Mrs. Ransom's eating with him.
Yeah, all of a sudden I'm hungry. Come on, let's go.
Oh, you go along with you, Mr. Odell.
Ma'am, I mean it. I swear. You ride a horse as if you was a part of it.
Oh.
I expect that's because when I was a little girl staying with my Auntie Pooh on a little old plantation, I used to ride the sweetest little pony named Throckmorton.
Well, that's a right nice name for a horse.
Why, Leela. What a surprise.
What I declare.
Oh, Mrs. Ransom.
Leroy.
Well, take a cinch in my lip and strike me speechless. Fancy finding you out here. Now, if this don't all beat the band.
Don't overdo it, huh?
Huh?
Why, I was never so surprised. Oh, excuse me, Mr. Odell. Y'all don't know y'all, do y'all? Mr. Odell, Mr. Gildersleeve, and Leroy.
Howdy.
Yeah, howdy, partner.
Howdy, partner.
Welcome, strangers, to the Laughing Coyote Ranch.
Yeah, thank you. Nice place you got here.
Yeah, and little Philly here likes it real good, too.
Oh, Oh, yes, I'm just crazy about it.
Well, I'll tell you, you folks just kind of sit yourselves down here. Here, mister, you take this chair right next to Miss Leela.
Well, that's right nice of you.
And I'll tell you what, I'll scoot on over to the chuck wagon here and dish you up some grub there.
Well, now, that's real neighborly. Here, Leroy, you sit here by me.
Now, I wondered if I was supposed to sit on the floor.
Here you are, folks. Just kind of heap your plates there and fall to.
Well, thank you. You're nicer than I... Well, you're very nice. Leela, let me give you my plate.
Oh, I've had my dinner, Throckmorton.
Yeah, the little lady and I are, well, sir, we're just starting to make the rounds of the ranch. Are you coming now?
Yeah, but Leela...
See you later, Throckmorton. Oh, Mr. Odell, I'm just dying to see the animals.
She won't have to look far for a polecat. Come on, Leroy. Hurry up and eat.
But I just started.
Yeah, well, finish. We want to go and look around the ranch, too.
I'm a grown little kid, and I gotta have my nourishment.
Well, hurry and nourish.
What a character.
Yeah, there's nothing like the quiet of the wide open country. Come on, Leroy, hurry up.
Now, when does the Western stuff begin?
Anytime. Wringing a cowboy's neck is Western stuff.
I can't see why you're so mad at Mr. Odell.
Oh, how young can you be? Ask me that 6 years from now.
No, I'm not so dumb. You think Mrs. Ransom's sweet on him.
Yeah, you're aging fast.
Listen, Uncle, all you gotta do is show Mrs. Ransom that you're a cowboy, too. Anything he does, you can do better, that's all.
Well, first we've got to find him.
Well, there he is, Unc.
No, that was a pig, Leroy. You're right. There they are.
Oh, you cunning little sweetie pie.
Say, she has fallen for him.
Well, I'll put a stop to it. Yeah, she's talking to the baby pig. Well, hello there.
Oh, Throckmorton, look at this adorable baby pig.
Hello there again. Say, you folks finished your lunch so soon?
Yeah, dinner. A noonday dinner.
Oh, pardon me.
Yeah, that's all right.
Now, if you folks will kind of excuse me, I'm trying to get this little pig to drink from a nursing bottle. He don't seem to take to me too much.
Why don't you let my uncle try? Pigs always like him.
Oh, yes, Throckmorton, see if you can feed him.
Here's the bottle, mister.
Yeah, well, I'll be glad to see what I can do. Yeah, piggy. Piggy.
Look at him go for it.
Oh, Mr. Throckmorton.
Well, he does seem to like me.
Yeah, maybe he thinks you're his mother. Well, anyway, just kind of keep on feeding him until he's had the whole bottle.
Yeah, you can count on me.
Let's mosey along, Miss Leela. I'll show you the dairy barn.
All righty. Somehow you make a girl feel so welcome.
Yeah, but Leela. Oh, sorry, piggy. Sorry. Here.
Anyway, you've made the little pig happy.
Yeah, that's fine. Someday someone will have some nice, contented bacon. Here, come along, Leroy. Guess this must be the dairy barn.
Oh, those great, big, beautiful brown eyes.
Hey, she really goes for this guy.
She's talking about that cow. Hello, Leela.
Oh, Throckmorton, aren't these cows wonderful? Think of it. They give milk.
Well, what won't they think of next?
Well, you found us, didn't you?
Yeah, we sure did.
I was just going to show Miss Leela how to milk a cow. Excuse me, while I sit down on a stool here, I'll show you how an expert does it.
My uncle's an expert, too. He's won prizes at everything. Unc, you show Mrs. Ransom how it's really done.
Leroy.
What, Throckmorton? I'd love to see you milk a cow.
Yeah, so would I.
Yeah. Go right ahead, mister. Here's the pail.
Well, yeah, thank you. Excuse me while I set the pail under the spigots. Just how do I turn them on?
Well, you're the expert. You tell me.
He's just teasing you, Mr. Odell.
Yeah, oh, sure. Of course, I know how with other cows, but I've never met this cow before.
Well, just go ahead and milk her.
Oh, you think I can't, huh?
Throckmorton, how wonderful.
Hey, how about that?
Just beginner's luck. Say, you think you can fill that pail?
Yeah, well, that's up to the cow.
Well, just keep right at it, mister, and I'm going to take Miss Leela down here by the corral.
Oh, I'd love to see the horses.
And I'll just bet that they're going to love to see you, too, ma'am.
Yeah, but Leela. Oh, confound it. Stand still, cow.
Look out for the tail, huh?
Yeah, I don't think this cow likes me. Maybe my hands are cold. Oh, how do I get into these things?
Mr. Odell, these are the sweetest horses.
Hello there. There you are.
Why, Throckmorton.
You know, somehow I got a feeling that we're being followed.
Yeah, so these are the horses, huh?
Yep. These here are the horses.
What I want to know is when does the Western stuff begin?
Later, partner. Right now, I got to hop into my Jeep here and drive into town and pick up some supplies. It's a mighty pretty ride into town there. Maybe you'd like to come along with me, Miss Leela.
Oh, I'd just love to see something of this wonderful countryside.
Yeah, just a minute. Mr. Odell's so busy here. How would it be if I drive the Jeep in to pick up the supplies?
Oh, Throckmorton, I think that's just real sweet of you. Don't you think he's a honey lamb, Mr. Odell?
Well, there are several other expressions that come to my mind now, but if you'll just wait here now, I'll go in and check my list.
Yeah, we'll wait. Yeah, here, let me help you into the Jeep, Leela. You...
Oh, thank you, Throckmorton.
Yeah.
You're a honey lamb to make the trip for Mr. Odell.
Yeah, I'm glad to do it. And we're going to have a lot of fun, just you and me.
Won't we, though?
Looks like I'm the forgotten kid.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you, Leroy, I think maybe the Western stuff will start any minute, if you stay right over there by the horses. Unless you'd rather come with us.
Are you kidding? Come on, horses, let's get with it.
Yeah, we'll have a nice, long drive, and then...
Here's the list, partner. Now, there's 10 bales of hay on it. Now, that means that there won't be room for Miss Leela in the Jeep.
Now, wait a minute.
Oh, isn't that a shame?
Here, let me help you out of the Jeep, ma'am. Now, don't be disappointed now, because you and I will take a nice ride with the horses down by the creek.
Listen.
Come along, Miss Leela. So long, mister. I won't forget what you're doing this for me here.
Oh, you're a sweetie lamb, Throckmorton. Bye-bye.
Leela, you Odell. That's not the way it was supposed to work. They can't do that. I've been double-crossed. Darn that Odell. He knew there wasn't enough gas in the Jeep to get into town. Miles from nowhere. I'm hungrier than a woodpecker with a headache. Feet hurt. These darn Western boots are killing me. What's that sign? Odell's Dude Ranch, 3 miles.
Oh, it's just a shame for Throckmorton to be missing this lovely evening beside the fire.
Yes, sir. I just feel real upset about his missing that big yellow moon now.
I just hope he hasn't met with foul play.
What's that? Why, Throckmorton!
Unc, what's happened to you?
Hello, everybody.
Well, howdy, mister.
What happened?
Where you been?
I walked miles and miles and miles through sand and sagebrush, over desert wastes, hours and hours.
I reckon you'd like to set a spell.
Yeah. Water.
Throckmorton, what happened?
The Jeep ran out of gas.
Well, mister, you know, I plumb forgot to tell you, you should have filled up the tank before you left.
Now he tells me.
But it's all right, mister. You can relax there by the fire while I sing the folks a little song.
Yo, Peachy, I walked all the way back for that.
You're the only star in my blue heaven, and you're shining just for me. You're the only star in my blue heaven, and in dreams your face I see. You're the guiding light that brightens up the night. Till you come inside, my heart is lonely. You're the only star in my blue heaven, and you're shining just for me. You're the guiding light that brightens up the night. Till you come inside, my heart is lonely. You're the only star in my blue heaven, and you're shining just for me.
that wonderful? Oh, Dory, honey, I'll bet you was singing that for just little old me.
Oh, I should have stayed in the desert.
Kraft presents The Great Gildersleeve.
Yeah.
The Kraft Cheese Company, makers of Parquet margarine and a complete line of famous quality food products, presents Harold Perry as The Great Gildersleeve. Kraft brings you The Great Gildersleeve every week at this time, written by John Wheaton and Sam Moore, with music by Claude Sweeten. We'll hear from The Great Gildersleeve in just a moment. Our trusty old almanac tells us it'll soon be time to plant those victory crops America so vitally needs this year. Everyone who possibly can should plant a garden and see it through to the harvest. And now, here's a mighty pleasing way to get some of that extra energy you'll need for work in your victory garden. Eat plenty of Parquet margarine, the nourishing spread that tastes so good. Parquet is one of the best energy foods you can possibly serve. What's more, Kraft guarantees every single pound of Parquet to contain 9,000 units of important vitamin A. So get some of that needed energy and vitamin A this pleasing way by spreading bread, toast, or rolls with delicious Parquet. Ask for the spread that tastes so good. And that's Parquet, P-A-R-K-A-Y. Parquet margarine made by Kraft. Now let's join our old friend Gildersleeve. Spring, as it must to all places, has come at last to Summerfield, and Gildersleeve is feeling its magic influence. But as he basks in the wreath of his after-breakfast cigar, he finds that he's not the only spring-struck member of his family. Here's the faithful Bertie, for instance.
Excuse me, Mr. Gildersleeve, you busy?
Oh, no, Bertie, just enjoying the beautiful day. On a day like this, a man just likes to sit still and do nothing.
Well, sir, it's all in how you look at it. Now, me, I thought it was such a nice day, I'd like to get started on my spring cleaning.
Oh, great idea. House could stand a little going over.
Yes, sir. I thought maybe I could do some work on these floors in here.
You're right. They really need it.
Yes, sir. And I was wondering, could you take the rugs out and beat them for a while?
Bertie, I wonder if this whole thing is really necessary.
Spring cleaning?
Yes.
Of course it's necessary, Mr. Gildersleeve. We do it every year.
Uh-huh. We do it every year. In other words, it's customary. But customary and necessary are two different things, Bertie. I've often thought to myself, Bertie keeps this house in such good shape all through the year. Why does she bother with spring cleaning? We don't need it, Bertie. Forget the whole thing.
Yes, sir. You think I could get Leroy to beat the rugs?
Now, why didn't I think of that? Just the thing. Have Leroy beat the rugs, then you can polish up these floors and clean the whole house. It's filthy.
What a man.
I'll get Leroy at it right away, Bertie. Leroy! Leroy!
What?
Come down here.
What?
Don't make me shout, young man. Come down here.
Okay.
What's he doing up there, anyway?
I don't know, Mr. Gildersleeve. He says he's practicing his magic.
Oh, that again?
That's all he talks about.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. The masked wizard thanks you for your kind reception.
Listen, wizard.
For my first trick this evening, I shall endeavor to present the mystery of the missing egg.
Not
this
now.
trick was presented to me many years ago by a celebrated Indian Swaney.
Leroy.
Oh, and can't you let me practice my patter? I got it down pretty good now, but I can't keep saying it to myself.
I don't want to hear any patter.
You have to have it.
Why?
Keeps the tricks from being so boring.
Well, that's a step in the right direction. But I didn't get you downstairs to listen to your patter, my boy, or to watch your tricks either. I've got a job for you right now.
A job? Saturday's my day off.
Well, it's really nothing at all, my boy. Just a little household chore you should be glad to do.
Cleaning out the cellar?
Oh, you can do that next Saturday. This is much easier. I do it myself, except I'm busy. Just take these rugs out and beat them till they're clean. That's all.
If I do it, will you watch me do a magic show tonight?
Can't watch it tonight. I'm taking Mrs. Ransom to the country club dance.
How about a show this afternoon, then?
Well, if you finish the rugs.
Okay. Boy, what a terrible way to sell tickets. Hey, here's Marge. Why shouldn't she help me?
Help you what? Here's the mail, Uncle Morris.
Mail? Oh, all bills, I suppose.
Anything for me?
We'll be writing to you. Something here from the National Geographic. Bill from Dr. Pettibone.
Hey, what's this?
Let go.
It's purple.
Who's it from?
Throckmorton P. Gildersleeve-esque.
Leroy?
My gosh, it's got perfume on it. Smell, Marge.
Leroy, give me that.
Okay, gosh.
Don't know who it could be. Leroy, stop trying to read over my shoulder.
I wasn't reading it, Unc. I was just...
Go away. Go do something. Go lay an egg.
I need an audience.
Miss Gildersleeve, excuse me.
Yes, Bertie?
Could I trouble you for that rug you're standing on?
Oh, yes, of course.
Grab hold of that end there, Leroy.
Wait a minute. Don't pull it with me standing on it. Come on, Marjorie. Let's go in the den. Now, maybe I can read my mail in peace. Can't imagine who this letter could... Well, I'll be darned.
What is it?
After all these years.
Uncle Mort, what is it?
Violet.
Who's Violet?
An old friend of your uncle's.
I've never even heard you mention anyone named Violet.
I never have. The memory was too painful.
Oh.
Yes, my dear, this is a chapter of your uncle's life he thought was closed.
Is she someone you were very fond of?
Marjorie, she was the most beautiful girl I've ever known.
Really? What was she like?
Well, she was just beautiful, that's all. She had hair that was all... I don't know, it was just beautiful. And when she smiled, it was beautiful.
She must have been beautiful.
She was. I remember her eyes. They were the bluest eyes you've ever seen. Only they weren't exactly blue. They were more purple. Only they weren't really purple. They were...
Violet.
That's it. They were violet. Now, why didn't I ever think of that? Violet with the violet eyes. I used to bring her violets all the time because that was her name. Violet. Or Vi, as I used to call her. I was only 19 at the time.
Uncle Mort, were you really in love with her?
I would have married her in a minute.
Then why didn't you? Why didn't you ask her?
I did.
Oh.
Yes, my dear, that's life. Mine stopped when I was 19.
Oh, now, Unky.
It's true. When a man loves deeply, he loves only once. Now you know. That's why your old uncle is never married. That's why women have never held any interest for him. I know what you're going to say now.
I wasn't going to say it.
Leela and I are just good friends, that's all. We may have gotten in a little over our depth there at one time, but...
What about Eve Goodwin?
Eve? Well, we're good friends, too. It's never been the way it was with Violet. Nothing was ever like that. Oh, dear.
Tell me, Unky, what happened? Why didn't she marry you?
Well, there was a fellow named Harry.
Yes?
That's all. There was a fellow named Harry. Last name was Kane, a hurdler. He was on the track team at college. We used to call him Hurry Kane. He was fast on his feet, but that's all you could say for him. He went into insurance later.
She married him?
She married him. Don't ask me why. It's the last I ever saw of her. I saw him once. Tried to sell me an insurance policy.
Did you buy it?
Huh.
Good for you.
Well, it's all water over the dam now. No use crying over spilt milk.
Poor Unky.
Gad, she was lovely. But as I say, that chapter of my life is closed forever. Or is it? Let's see what she has to say here. I've been talking so much, I haven't even read it. Dear Tubby. She always used to call me Tubby. I was a little plump in those days. Say, she's coming through Summerfield tomorrow. You hear that, Marjorie? She's coming to Summerfield.
Really?
This was written yesterday. That means she's arriving today. Oh, gosh, I'm so excited.
What else does she say?
Yeah, let me see. I'll be passing through Summerfield tomorrow. You heard about poor Harry, I suppose, and I couldn't... Wait a minute. What happened to Harry?
She doesn't say, does she?
Poor old Harry. His policies must have matured. I only hope he was covered.
Uncle Mort, when's she arriving?
Well, she gets in at 5:15. Says she'll be wearing a blue hat in case I don't recognize her. Fat chance.
Oh, Uncle Mort, I think it's so romantic. And it's your age, too.
Huh?
To think that you'll be meeting her this very afternoon. I should think you'd be so excited.
Oh, I am. My heart is actually pounding.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Gildersleeve. I didn't know you were still in here.
That's all right, Bertie. Marjorie, do your old uncle a favor, will you? You run along, too, huh? I'd kind of like to be alone for a few minutes.
Alone with your memories. I know. Okay.
Alone with my memories. Well, I'll just stretch out on the couch here. Silly to get all excited like this. Think I was a kid. George, I feel like a kid. Yep. Remember when I used to go and call on her? I'd wait for her to come downstairs. Same feeling. Couldn't get my breath. I'd sit there trying to talk to her mother, with one eye on the stairs, and the words wouldn't come out. And finally she'd come down, as beautiful as the dawn. Oh, Violet, I loved you so. If only I could have told you what was in my heart. Vi, dear. Dear, darling Vi. What'll it be like to see you again? To hear your dear voice? I remember it so well. It was like music when you spoke my name. Tubby, you called me. And I liked it. Tubby.
Tubby.
Yes, Vi. It's Tubby.
Oh, Tubby, I've come to you at last. It's been so long. So long.
I know, dear.
Oh, can you ever forgive me for what I've done to you? Can you ever forget?
I can't forget, Vi, but I can forgive.
Oh, Tubby, you were always so good to me. Why did I ever marry Harry?
You can say that again. Speaking of Harry...
Tubby, you've heard?
About Harry? Yes, I've heard.
Poor Harry. Perhaps it was all for the best.
Oh, I can go along with that.
Oh, Tubby, you are glad to see me, aren't you? Oh, tell me you're glad to see me.
Glad to see you. I mean, gosh, yes.
Well, then?
Well?
Well, aren't you going to take me in your arms?
Am I?
Oh, Tubby, darling. Tubby, Tubby, Tubby.
Huh? Leela!
Well, don't you look silly lying there hugging yourself.
I was cold.
Bertie said I'd find you in here. Come along.
Hey, let go.
Come along, Throckmorton.
Let go my ear.
You know where we're going right this minute. We're going down to the florist to buy Leela a corsage.
Huh?
Aren't I terrible? But I wouldn't dream of going to a spring dance without wearing flowers, and I knew you never in the world would think of sending me any, so
But Leela...
we'll just pick them out, and then I'll pretend I never saw them before. How's that? I thought maybe a little old-fashioned bouquet of wildflowers. I'm wearing my white organdy, and it's quite girlish. What do you think?
Leela, about tonight.
Yes?
Well, the truth is, I forgot about the dance at the country club.
Forgot about it?
Yeah, you see, well, you mustn't misunderstand. I'd like to take you, but this is sort of a previous engagement. I mean, I sort of got involved. I'm sorry.
I don't know what you got involved in, Throckmorton, but let me remind you that you invited me to this dance a good 3 weeks ago.
This is something I got involved in a good 30 years ago.
Well, who is she?
Name's Violet.
Violet? Violet? Oh, really, Throckmorton, where do you find them?
What's so funny about Violet?
I can see how it might not seem so funny to anyone named Throckmorton. Well, I'll be going now.
Leela, you're not mad, are you?
Gracious, why should I be mad? There are plenty of attractive men.
Oh, that's good. I was afraid you might not understand.
I understand perfectly, Throckmorton.
Leela, by George, I'll say one thing for you. You're a good sport.
Mr. Gildersleeve, that's one thing I won't take from any man.
Great sense of humor, that girl. I wonder if she meant it. Leela! Leela, wait a minute. Leela, if you're going by the florist, tell him to save me some violets. I guess she meant it.
Greg Gildersleeve will be with us again in just a few seconds. I think you women will agree that some foods, more than others, help solve that problem of how to serve tasty, nourishing meals despite ration point handicaps. Take a fine food like parquet margarine, for example. What a wonderful help women have found parquet to be. Parquet adds good flavor, good nourishment to every meal. Yet parquet is amazingly economical, low in price, low in ration point cost, but at the same time high in all the qualities of a fine spread for bread. It's always such a pleasure to serve parquet. The flavor is so fresh, so delicate, so satisfying. It's rich in food energy value, and 9,000 units of vitamin A are guaranteed in every single pound. So for better tasting, more nourishing meals, serve parquet, P-A-R-K-A-Y. Parquet margarine, the spread that tastes so good. Tomorrow, buy parquet. It's made by Kraft. Now, let's get back to the great Gildersleeve. He somewhat nervously consumed his lunch, and after a long mental debate as to whether he should dress first and go to the florist's afterwards, or go to the florist's first and then dress, here he is in his bedroom picking out a necktie.
Let's see. This one is expensive, but I never liked it. She always liked a figured tie. Nice polka dot would be just... Where the devil is it? Confound it, I only bought the darn thing last week. Bertie, Marjorie, where's my polka dot tie?
Did you say something, Unc?
I'm looking for my blue polka dot tie, Leroy. Have you seen it?
Oh, yeah. Just a second. I'll get it.
Well, if that kid is starting to wear my neckties...
Ladies and gentlemen, I have here an ordinary box. That is, it looks like an ordinary box. However...
Leroy, I don't want tricks. I want my necktie.
Just a sec. The box is empty, is it not? Nothing in the box, nothing in my hands, nothing up my sleeve.
Leroy?
Now the masked wizard reaches into the box, and presto!
Give me that necktie.
Here. See, I did it pretty good, didn't I, Unc?
Did what?
Produced the necktie. Didn't it mystify you?
Hey, what's happened to this necktie? Have you been wearing it?
Oh, no, I never wear your ties. You told me not to.
How'd you happen to have it?
I was just using it for a silk. Magicians have to have them.
Oh, they do.
Yeah, you have to have silk because it's the only stuff that rolls up into a ball.
Leroy, you practically ruined a necktie that cost $1.35. Does it strike you that magic is rather an expensive hobby?
It sure is. This box costs $6.
$6? Young man, I won't have you throwing away good money on this junk.
I didn't. I traded it.
What's more, if I catch you using any of my neckties again, you'll regret it mightily.
Okay. You want to see my show now?
No, Leroy.
But you promised. You said after I finished the rugs.
My boy, the episode with the necktie didn't exactly put me in the mood for a magic show. However, I would keep my word, except I have to go downtown on very urgent business.
Oh. Oh, gosh, what about tonight?
I told you I was engaged for this evening, Leroy.
Yeah, but I thought Mrs. Ransom gave you the brush.
Leroy, do you want me to give you the brush?
Oh, no.
Then forget the magic.
Mr. Gildersleeve. What can I do for you this afternoon?
Not a thing, Peavy. I saw there was nobody in here, so I came in to wait for the 5:15 bus.
Judge Hooker's in the phone booth there. Have a stool. Make yourself comfortable.
Well, All right.
Care to put your violets in a glass of water?
No, thanks. I'll just hold them. Bus ought to be here any minute.
Yes, you do right now. Expecting a visitor, Mr. Gildersleeve?
Yeah.
Well, Gildy, trying to listen in on my telephone conversation?
I haven't the slightest interest in your telephone conversations, Judge.
I was talking to an old lady friend of yours.
What?
Eve Goodwin. I'm taking her to the country club dance tonight.
Oh, well, have a good time.
We will. Who are the violets for, Leela?
No, Judge, they're not for Leela. I'm meeting a lady on the 5:15 bus, and they're for her.
Oh. Anybody I know, Gildy?
Nope.
That's all right, Mr. Gildersleeve. Man wants to keep something to himself. That's his privilege. Is the lady a relative?
No. As a matter of fact, she's a very lovely lady I knew some years ago. She has violet eyes, and she's dying to see me. You can laugh all you want to, Judge. You never had a woman like this in your life. That's a sure thing Peavy never did.
Well, no, I wouldn't say that.
Peavy, you're happily married.
Oh, yes, but even a married man has his memories.
Why, Peavy, I never would have thought it of you.
Well, she didn't have violet eyes, but she had something.
Was this before you met Mrs. Peavy?
Oh, certainly. I met this lady about a year before I met Mrs. Peavy. She was the daughter of old Mr. Bensinger. He was the head of the firm where I was working, Bensinger and Holtz, wholesale drug concern. Fine company, Bensinger and Holtz. Their slogan was purity and quality.
Never mind the advertising, Peavy. What about the girl?
We used to call their partners Purity Bensinger and Quality Holtz. They're behind their backs, of course.
The girl, Peavy.
Oh, yes. Well, as I say, she was Mr. Bensinger's daughter, the apple of the old man's eye.
His only daughter, I presume.
No, he had 12. But she was the only one he could stand. You see, he kept expecting a boy, and each girl made him madder. But he decided to train this girl in the business, and it was my job to teach her.
Oh? Teach her what?
Well, the laboratory end of it. She and I used to be alone every afternoon in that laboratory.
Yeah. Now we're getting somewhere. Was she good looking?
A dish for the gods.
Hi, George, this is good. Wait a minute, Peavy. I think I hear the bus. No, just a dump truck. Go ahead, Peavy. What happened in the laboratory?
Well, I made progress.
You did?
Yes, sir. Inside of 1 month, I had her making aspirin tablets.
Aspirin tablets?
Making them just as well as I could make them myself. There must be something in heredity. I don't care what they say.
What about the girl, Peavy?
Well, in another month, I had her doing mortal and pestle work. In a month after that, she was on solutions and titrations. Honestly, gentlemen, she had my head in a whirl.
Yes. Wait a minute. Do you mean to tell me you spent all this time alone with this beautiful girl in the laboratory, and didn't you ever kiss her?
Mr. Gildersleeve, she was my employer's daughter.
Well, that settles it, Peavy. You're made of wood, that's all.
Oh, no, I wouldn't say that.
Yeah,
Her father was watching us all the time through a peephole.
That's certainly a lovely memory, Peavy.
Yes, it is, Mr. Gildersleeve. I can still see her in my mind's eye, stirring up a batch of magnesia.
Hey, is that your bus coming in, Gildy?
Bus? Where? I didn't hear anything.
Yes, sir. Here she comes, right down the street.
You're right. Where's my hat? Oh, on my head. Violets. Oh, here. Well, I'm off.
You going to introduce the lady to your friends, Gildy?
You stay inside the store, Judge, if you know what's good for you.
Come on in front, Peavy. Let's watch this.
Good luck, Mr. Gildersleeve.
Thanks, Peavy. Let's see. I guess they'll let him out of that bus at the front door. Oh. Sorry, madam, I was looking at the bus. Women like that ought to stay in the house. Well, here they come. It isn't her. It isn't her. Soldier. It isn't him. Blue hat. Here she comes. Here she comes.
Hey, where do you think you're going?
Pardon me, sir. This is an emergency.
Hey, Gildy, who's your fat friend?
Peavy, I gotta hide someplace. You got a back door?
Right through the prescription room, Mr. Gildersleeve.
Oh, much obliged.
Watch out for the garbage pail in the alley.
Uncle Mort, is that you? Uncle Mort?
Yes, it's me.
Well, where is she?
Help me off with my galoshes, will you, my dear? I'm a little tired tonight.
Of course.
Here, I'll sit on the stairs.
Unky, what happened? Wasn't she on the bus?
Yeah, she was on it.
Well, tell me about it. You were going to bring her home to dinner.
Marjorie, let me give you a piece of advice. Never try to dig up the past.
Why? What do you mean?
Live for the present, my dear, and the future. Never look back.
I don't understand.
Well, you're young. I don't know that I can explain. But I'll tell you this. I never knew until tonight how old I am.
Unky, you mustn't talk like that.
It wasn't just seeing her like that. It made me realize how I must look to her. Old and fat.
You're not old.
There. The other foot. Yeah, I'm through, and I know it. Lucky to have a good little niece like you to help me off with my galoshes in my old age.
Uncle Mort, you make me sick when you talk like that. Now stop drooling.
Huh?
You run into some old girlfriend who's got into the pastries and let herself go, and you get all sad. I bet she wasn't so much when she was 16 either.
Why, Marjorie. No, now that I think of it, you may be right. She always was a little on the hefty side. Don't know where she got off to call me Tubby.
All you ever saw probably was her violet eyes.
Well, I'm a sucker for violet eyes.
Now there's Mrs. Ransom. She's every bit as old, but she's taken care of herself.
Yes, by George, I'll say that for Leela. She's well preserved.
Well, don't ever let her hear you say it.
Yeah, and she's got spirit, too. I like that. She's not the type who would settle down and marry a hurdle jumper. You know, maybe I ought to invite her over to dinner. Bertie's got all that food out there.
Why don't you?
I'll do it. Was planning to take her to the country club dance anyway. I'll run right over there right now.
Wait, don't you want your galoshes?
Oh, hang the galoshes.
But you might get wet.
A little water never hurt a young fellow like me, my dear. I'll be down to get you in a taxi, honey. Better be ready about 8:30. Now, honey,
Well,
I'm back.
were you gone?
Great sense of humor. Leela, I find I'm going to be able to take you to the dance after all. Isn't that great?
I'm afraid you found that out a little late.
Well, better late than never, I always say. I want you to come over to dinner, too.
It just happens, Mr. Gildersleeve, that I have been invited to go to the dance by another gentleman, including dinner, and not home-cooked either, at a restaurant where we shall probably have lobster Newburg.
You'll probably get fat. Guess you didn't hear me. Doggone it, why are women so mean to me? Little Leroy, little Houdini. Why should I go to a country club when I can get entertainment like this in my own home?
Oh, you're kidding.
No, I mean it. Say, Leroy,
Yeah?
there's one trick I'd really like to see.
What's that?
Do you know how to saw a woman in half?
No, but I guess I could find out.
You find out, my boy. You find out, and I'll watch you do it every night of the week.
Music on this program was directed by Claude Sweet, and this is Ken Carpenter speaking for the Kraft Cheese Company, makers of parquet margarine and a complete line of famous quality food products. Kraft invites you to listen again next week for the further adventures of the great Gildersleeve. In these days of temporary shortages and a small ration point budget, have you learned how Kraft Dinner can help you? A food store near you has Kraft Dinner, 2 boxes of this delicious macaroni and cheese for just 1 red ration point. And what a special help that quick-made macaroni and cheese is. Each Kraft Dinner box serves 4 folks with fluffy light macaroni that has really rich cheddar cheese flavor through and through. With Kraft Dinner's 2 magic ingredients, you cook this dish in just 7 minutes flat, a wonderful main dish all by itself. And you can do tricks with this swell macaroni and cheese. For instance, press the hot Kraft Dinner into a ring mold for a few minutes. Then serve your swell macaroni and cheese ring with creamed fish or eggs or leftover fowl. Garnish with tomato slices or whatever you like. You see, you can have company these days when you learn about Kraft Dinner tricks. Tomorrow at a nearby food store, invest just 1 red ration point in 2 boxes of Kraft Dinner.
This is the National Broadcasting Company.
The Great Gildersleeve. A special rebroadcast for all you soldiers, sailors, and Marines of the United Nations. Listen to another amazing episode in the life of the Great Gildersleeve.
Now, what of the Great Gildersleeve? Well, there's a little ceremony they go through at Gildersleeve's house every now and then. It starts before breakfast, and it goes like this.
Oh, my goodness, here he comes. Miss Marjorie, honey, call your uncle, quick. Uncle Mort? Leroy, call Uncle Mort. He's upstairs shaving. I don't care. Call him. Hey,
What do you want?
tell him here he comes.
Tell him here he comes.
Here he comes.
Here, who comes? Don't stand down there and shout at me. Who's coming?
Who's coming? Who's coming? The garbage man.
The garbage man.
Garbage man.
The garbage. Oh, my goodness. I clean forgot.
We missed him last time. If we miss him again, we'll have to move.
Run out and stop him, Bertie. Tell him to wait. I'll be right down.
He'll be right down. He'll be right down. Oh, wait a minute, Mr. Gildersleeve. I got a little more for you.
Well, let's have it, Bertie. Let's have it. Is he waiting, Leroy?
Yeah, he's out there. Here you are.
Yeah, lift that cover, Leroy. You're a big boy now, Leroy. I don't see why you can't tend to these things. You should have carried this out last night.
It's heavy, Unc. I might sprain myself.
Yeah, out of the way. Nobody does any work around here but me.
Oh, gosh, I'm only a boy.
Here, grab hold. Give me a hand with this.
Okay.
Hey, wait! Go on ahead, Leroy, and tell him to wait.
Unc says to wait.
Well, come on, I haven't got all day.
Yeah, who does he think he is? Leroy, get down off of there. I told you not to climb on wagons.
I wasn't climbing.
I saw you.
I was just looking.
Come on, let's have that tail.
Yeah, I'll be right there. Sorry to keep you waiting. I forgot it was Thursday.
They all forget. Whoa there. Hey, wait a minute. I can't accept this.
What do you mean?
What's the idea of putting tin cans in the garbage?
Listen, are you going to tell me how to run my garbage?
I can't accept it.
Well, I'd like to know why not.
Because we feed that stuff to hogs. You want to kill them?
Now, just a minute. I'm a taxpayer here.
No tin cans, no paper, no bottles. That's the rule.
Listen, brother, I'm a taxpayer, and you're working for me. I'll thank you to keep a civil tongue in your head.
And you can keep your garbage.
I've got a good mind to report you.
Go ahead. Get out.
Hey! Wait a minute. Come back here. All right, this garbage is going to stay here, you understand? Right here in the street. I hope the neighbors complain. I hope they call the Board of Health.
That's telling them, Unc.
You keep out of this. Come on inside and eat your breakfast. Well, go on, dictator. That's an outrage, that's what it is. Darned outrage. Pass the sugar.
Leroy, the sugar. It's right in front of him.
If I ran the water department the way they run the Department of Sanitation, where do they get off to sell our garbage anyway?
But, Uncle, it's no good to us as long as they get rid of it.
Well, I don't know. I don't understand it, but it's probably a swindle of some kind. All kinds of rackets these days. For all I know, there's a black market in garbage. Leroy, I asked you for the sugar. How many times do I have
It's right under your nose.
Oh, all I do is pay the bills around here.
Ready for the eggs, Miss Gildersleeve?
I just started on my cereal, Bertie. It's taken me so long to get the sugar.
Well, I'll take them out and keep them warm then.
No, just put them down. I don't want to be a bother to anybody. I'll eat them cold.
Yes.
Wait a minute. No bacon, Bertie?
No, sir, I'm
Well,
sorry.
you can't eat eggs without bacon. Ye gods, what's bacon and eggs without bacon?
I'm sorry, Mr. Gildersleeve, but I ain't been able to buy any bacon in the store for pretty near a week now.
What?
That's a fact. The man said he might be able to let me have a few slices tomorrow.
Oh, he did? Well, that's very sweet of him. How would he like it if we took our trade somewhere else?
Just ask him that, Bertie.
There ain't no place else to take it, Mr. Gildersleeve. None of the stores got any bacon. You hardly got any kind of meat at all.
Gosh, Bertie, you have to have bacon. What are we going to do?
I don't know, Mr. Gildersleeve. Looks like we're going to do without.
No bacon. Gosh, bacon and eggs, liver and bacon, hot cakes with bacon. Everything depends on bacon. Well, children, I guess we're going to have to tighten our belts, that's all. Maybe we better plant another victory garden this year.
We can't plant bacon.
No, we can't. But I'll tell you what we could do.
What?
We could raise pigs.
Yeah, how about it?
Oh, Uncle Mort, pigs are so dirty.
Nonsense, my dear. That's nothing but a superstition. Pig is one of the cleanest animals alive, if you give him a chance. Now, you could tend them, Leroy. How'd you like to be a swineherd?
I know it was going to get around to me sometime.
Well, there's no work to it. All you do, you build a pigsty, and once a day you throw in the garbage. Say, by George, that's it. That's how we get rid of our garbage. We feed the pigs, and it costs us nothing. And in 3 months, bacon. Oh, we can eat. Now, how can we get a hold of a pig?
Where do you write somewhere for him? Here's Roebuck.
I know. I'll ask Floyd Munson. His brother Earl used to be a butcher. Maybe he's got some contacts.
I didn't know Floyd's brother was a butcher.
How do you think Floyd got to be a barber? Hey, yes, sir. If you'll excuse me, I think I'll just stop in and see Floyd on the way downtown.
Mr. Gildersleeve, ain't you going to have your second cup of coffee?
Not this morning, Bertie. I'm in a bit of a hurry. Got to see a man about a pig.
Did he say pig?
You stick with me, Bertie, and you'll be eating bacon when everybody else in this town is biting his nails.
Yes, sure, Commissioner. You know me. I'm glad to do you a favor anytime. Only thing is, my brother Earl's in the service now.
Yeah, I know, Floyd.
So I've been kind of out of touch with meat lately. However, there's a fellow's got the meat department over at...
I don't think you understand, Floyd. What I want is a live pig.
Oh, live, you say? Well, now there, my cousin might be able to help you out. The one that used to run the livery stable. He's got a little place just outside of town. Remember the...
He's the one we borrowed the sleigh from?
Yeah, that's him. Got a little place there, 4 or 5 acres, cows and chickens and so on. Nothing much, but it's a living, you know what I mean. I'm sure he'd be glad to loan you the use of a pig.
I don't want to borrow a pig, Floyd. I want to buy one.
Oh, I thought maybe you was going to play a joke on somebody. You know, grease them maybe and turn them loose in the meeting.
Nothing like that.
Well, if I ain't being too inquisitive, Commissioner.
It's in the nature of an investment, Floyd. An investment for the future.
Oh, hogs going up?
How should I know?
Well, you get around the city hall there. I thought you might have heard something.
This has nothing to do with that. I'm buying this pig for my own personal use, Floyd. In due course, I hope to eat him.
Well, now you're talking. Why don't you go out and see my cousin there? He might be able to put you next to a good pig if he ain't got one himself. I tell you what. Tell you what I'll do. You drop by for me around closing time, and I'll go out there with you.
Good idea. I'll do it. Thanks, Floyd. Thanks very much.
Glad to do you the favor, Commissioner. Glad to do you the favor. Just remember, it was me that did it for you, that's all. Okay, thanks, Irene.
What's the dope, Floyd?
Cousin ain't home. Talked to his wife. Says there ain't but one left out of the litter. They sold the rest. Says we can go around back and look at it, though. It's for sale.
Well, let's go.
This way.
You know, maybe I ought to have 2 pigs, Floyd. What do you think?
2 would breed faster. Maybe you could pick up another someplace.
Yeah, I could always advertise.
Yeah.
Well, this looks like the sty. Where's the pig?
You know, somewhere's around, if my nose don't deceive me. Maybe under the shelter there.
Oh, brother, you're right. Look there, Floyd, back in the corner. Why, it's as big as a house.
Oh, no. That's the sow. The little one there is yours.
Where? I don't even see it.
On the other side, pushing up against her there.
That little one?
Well, what do you want for 2 weeks old? Give it time. It'll grow. Look at the mother.
Yeah. Well, maybe you're right. Okay. I'll take it.
Okay?
How do I get it?
I guess you go in there after it.
That big old sow lying there?
She won't hurt you.
Listen, I've heard of people getting their leg bitten off by sows when they were mad, particularly if you molest their young.
Oh, she won't hurt you. I'd walk right up to her if I wanted to.
Go ahead, then.
I don't want to.
You're a fine friend, Floyd.
Well, it's your pig.
Well, it's your cousin.
Now, don't tell me you're afraid, Commissioner. Not the great Gildersleeve.
No, I'm not afraid, only... Well, open the gate. She's looking at me.
Well, sure. Sure she's looking at you. What of it? You're looking at her, ain't you? What are you scared of?
I don't like her expression.
Pigs ain't got no expression.
Yeah, piggy, piggy, piggy. Nice piggy. Piggy, piggy, piggy. Come on, piggy. Doesn't want to come.
Why don't you just make a quick grab?
Oh, no, that's no way. Yeah, piggy. Oink, oink, oink.
You never fool them that way. Sneak up on them.
Well, you say so. Wait a minute. Floyd.
Yeah?
That big one. How do we know she's a sow? How do we know she's not a boar?
You got my cousin's word for it.
Well, here I go. Now, don't get alarmed, madam. I'm not going to hurt your child. I'm not going to molest your young. Grab him. I got him. I got the little devil. Slippery. Let me out of here.
Gildersleeve will be with us again in just a few seconds. Back to the great Gildersleeve and his experiment in homegrown pork. 2 days have passed since the arrival of the pig, whom we find now in the parlor with Leroy.
Oink, oink. No, down, Tiger. That's a good boy. Now, when I say beg, sit up like this. Oink, 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 oink. No, Tiger, don't say anything until you sit up. Look, I'll show you. Sit on your hind feet like this, and then go oink, oink. Oh, Leroy! What? Where's that pig? In here, Bertie. What?
Leroy, I don't think your uncle's gonna like this.
Like what?
This pig's sitting around in the parlor. The parlor's no place for pigs, and you know it.
Oh, Bertie, he isn't sitting around. We're watching him. Besides, it's too cold for him to be outdoors today.
Pigs don't mind the cold, Leroy. They don't even feel it.
No, I'll take him out after a while. I'm training him.
Training him? Leroy, the smartest pig in the world, ain't got sense enough to come out of a mud hole. You can't teach a pig anything.
Who says you can't? Hello, Tiger. Nice Tiger. I know you can train him, Bertie. There were some pigs in the circus last year, and they did all kinds of tricks.
Sure.
What did they do?
Oh, they walked up some steps and then slid down a slide. They were awfully cute.
Oink, oink.
Has he eaten anything yet? No. I guess he's still nervous in his new surroundings.
I never heard of a nervous pig. I bet he's sick. Yes, sir, they sold your uncle a sick pig.
Well, he's not so nervous anymore. He comes when I call him. Look, I'll show you. Here, Tiger. Here, Tiger. That's funny. A few minutes ago, he was perfect.
Wait a minute, let me try it. Nice piggy, come to Marjorie.
Don't call him a pig, Marge. He probably doesn't like to be reminded of it. Use his name.
Here, Tiger. Here, Tiger.
Hey, wait a minute. I got another idea. Watch this. Oink, oink. Oink, 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 oink. Good, Tiger. You see, you got to speak his language.
Well, you're the boy that can do it.
Come on in, Judge.
Thank you, Gildy.
Hey, Unc, look. I've already told him to come when I call.
What's that, Leroy?
Leroy.
What's the matter?
I will not have the pig in the parlor.
I told him, Miss Gildersleeve.
Well, so you got your livestock in here. Trifle primitive, isn't it?
Yeah. This was not my idea, Horace. Leroy, get the pig out of here.
I told him, Miss Gildersleeve.
Yes, Bertie. Go on, Leroy. Get him out.
But, Auntie, it's an awfully cold day for him to be outdoors.
That's right, Unc. He might get pneumonia.
That's ridiculous. Nature intended pigs to live outdoors.
I told him that too, Miss Gildersleeve.
I'm sure you did, Bertie. Just let me handle this.
Yes, sir. I'll go tend to my regular business.
Now, Leroy, take the pig out and put him in the backyard.
Okay.
You might let me look at him first, Throckmorton, as long as he's here. I was brought up on a farm, you know.
I know, Judge.
Well, let's see him, Leroy. Come here, Sonny.
His name is Tiger.
Oh, Tiger seems pretty small.
He'll put on weight as soon as he starts eating.
What are you going to feed him?
Well, garbage, eventually. He hasn't learned to like it yet. I spoke to Peavy, and he's bringing around some stuff he says will be just the thing.
Oink, oink.
All right, Leroy, take your little friend outside.
Okay. Come on, Mark. Let's see if we can get him to stay in his bed.
He doesn't seem to like that either.
The Judge, what do you think of it?
What do I think of him? I wouldn't give you 2 red points for him, all cooked and ready to serve.
Well, he'll grow. He's not going to die of lonesomeness either.
Oh, Gildy, you're not thinking of raising a whole flock of pigs.
You can't stop nature, Judge. This must be Peavy. Wait till he sees our little pig.
Hello, Mr. Gildersleeve. I just stopped by with that pig prescription.
Great. Come on in, Peavy. Glad to see you.
Yeah, good afternoon, Judge.
Hello, Peavy. You think you can cure this new member of the Gildersleeve family?
Yes. Watch your step, Horace. You think you can fix us up, Peavy?
He wasn't sick, is he?
Oh, no, just a picky appetite. I want to get him onto his regular diet as soon as I can.
Well, I've got something here that ought to start him feeding. Stuff called baby malt.
Baby malt?
It's put up for babies, but it's only doing just as well for an infant pig. Supposed to be very stimulating to the appetite. Care for a smell?
No, thanks, Peavy.
Judge? Smells delicious.
No, thank you.
The question is not how it smells to me, but how it smells to a pig, Peavy. 2 very different things.
Sure. Well, you may be right.
Well, whatever it is, you better have some, and right away. He hasn't eaten since he's been here. Oh, Bertie!
Come in, Miss Gildersleeve. Yes, sir. You want something?
Ask Leroy to bring the pig in here, please, Bertie.
And we'll need a pan with a little milk in it, too, if you don't mind.
Yes, sir.
You better warm the milk a little, Bertie.
Yes, sir. He already turned up his nose at some milk this morning, Mr. Gildersleeve.
Well, we're putting something with it, Bertie. Give it a little zing.
Okay, you the doctor. I don't know, but it seems like this house gets crazy every day.
Once this pig starts eating, Peavy, we got the meat shortage licked. Ever raised pigs?
No, but I did raise chickens once back in 1918.
Oh, chickens. Well, I like pigs better, more variety.
Maybe so.
All I know is we started off with 50 cents worth of chicks, and in 3 months they looked just like the chickens at the butcher's, except that they were walking around.
By George. Maybe you ought to raise pigs and chickens. Are they good eating, Peavy?
I never found out, Mr. Gildersleeve. Mrs. Peavy got so fond of them we never heard any. They died of old age, finally.
Gosh, Uncle Mort, I'm glad you told me to bring him in. He was starting to shiver out there.
Well, a little food's all he needs. Here, just put the pan of milk on the floor, Marjorie.
Hold on to the pig, Leroy. We don't want him stepping in it.
Okay.
Now, how much of this stuff, Peavy?
Well, we'll start off with just a little. Yeah, just that's enough. Now, put him down in front of it, Leroy, so he can get the aroma.
Okay. Here we are, Tiger. Nice warm supper Mr. Peavy fixed for you. Oink, 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 Tiger.
Yeah, leave him alone, Leroy. You may try for it in a minute.
I don't think he likes it.
I'm afraid you're right, Leroy. Well, leave the rest of the bottle anyway, Mr. Gildersleeve. He may grow up to it.
I suppose I have to keep it now it's open. How much is the stuff, Peavy?
Well, it's $6.50. It's got minerals in it.
What, platinum? Only paid $10 for the whole pig.
$10 for the pig, $6 for the baby malt. Pig weighs 3 pounds. That's $5 a pound for bacon.
Leroy, time for you to go to bed.
I don't feel like going to bed, Unc. I'm worried about Tiger.
Well, don't worry about him. He'll start eating tomorrow.
I think maybe he's sick, Unky. He's shivering again.
How would it be if Tiger slept with me, Unc? Then he'd be nice and warm.
No, Leroy.
Oh, gee, why not?
You wouldn't sleep a wink, and neither would the pig.
Yes, he would.
What makes you think so?
He slept with me last night.
Leroy.
He slept well. I heard him snoring.
Was that the pig? I thought it was you, Unky.
My dear, I do not snore.
Are you kidding?
Stop this nonsense. I've let you put the pig to bed in the cellar. Now that's enough. Just put him down there and then go to bed yourself.
Oh, gee, Unc. Well, come on, Tiger. Oink, oink.
Yes.
He sneezed. He's catching cold. Tiger!
Yes. Gee, sounds bad, doesn't it?
He's sick. I bet he's got a temperature.
Now, Leroy, let's not get excited. The pig may have a little cold, that's all.
His forehead feels hot.
His nose is dry. I better sit up with him, Unc.
You'll do nothing of the kind.
I couldn't sleep anyway, not with him down in the cellar sneezing and wheezing all by himself. Oink, oink. That's pretty weak, Unc.
Huh?
Don't worry, Tiger. We'll pull you through. You don't think he's going to get pneumonia, do you, Unc?
Now, Leroy, don't worry about it. You run along to bed, and I'll sit up with the pig if I have to.
You honest, Unc?
Yeah, now run along, will you? You too, Marjorie.
You're sure you don't want me to stay down with you?
No, run along.
Okay. Here, you hold him under here, this way.
Huh? Oh, all right.
Good night, Tiger. I hope you feel better in the morning. Oink, oink. Good night, Uncle Mort.
Oink, oink, Leroy.
Good night. Good night, Tiger.
Well, you comfortable, Tiger? Let's see. This little part is pork chop. This little part is ham. This little part along here is bacon. Man, oh, man. Cute little fella. Blue eyes. Almost ashamed to eat him. Oink, oink, Tiger.
Oink?
Well, that's better. Now we understand each other. You got to get your sleep, young man. You'll never grow up to be bacon and lard and pork chops and ham. And now you get a pig to go to sleep. Tell him a bedtime story, I guess. Let me see. Once upon a time, there was a little pig. Quite a handsome little pig. With a black spot. Right in the middle of his little forehead. Just like you. He lived in a cottage near the edge of a big forest. Mm-hmm. And one day, while he was out picking strawberries for his breakfast, he saw a little old woman in a gray cloak coming toward him. Well, thought the little pig, maybe this is my fairy godmother. Ah, but he was wrong. She was a butcher in disguise. Anyway, he went up to her and... Well, asleep already. Darn it, I don't dare put him down. He'll wake up. That's it. Sleep, Tiger. Good little pig. Sleep and get fat, Tiger. What'd you pull? Hey, what am I doing down here? Lights on in broad daylight. Smell bacon. Uh-oh, where's the pig?
Mr. Gildersleeve!
I'm in here, Bertie.
In here? Mr. Gildersleeve, you've been down here all night?
I guess so. I thought I smelled bacon. You didn't cook the pig, did you?
No, sir. That was the bacon you brought home yesterday.
Oh, that's right. Well, where's the pig?
He's running around the kitchen just as frisky as a jaybird.
You mean he's all right?
He sure is. I got him eating at last. I found the only thing that he likes.
Hooray! What's he eating, Bertie?
The bacon.
Bacon!
broadcast of The Great Gildersleeve was produced in the United States of America.